Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Learn English Daily Podcast. I'm Sara.
And I'm Daniel. We're so happy to see you here for episode 7. Whether you're a regular viewer or joining us for the first time, welcome to our learning community.
Yes, welcome. Today, we're talking about daily habits, the things we do every single day, the routines we follow, and the habits that make up our daily lives.
This is such a practical topic. Everyone has daily habits, and talking about your routine is one of the most common conversations in English. People often ask, "What's your daily routine?" Or, "What do you usually do in the morning?" Or, "Are you a morning person or a night owl?"
Exactly. And learning to talk about your daily habits is super useful because it helps you describe your lifestyle, make plans with others, and understand how people live in different cultures.
Right. Plus, when you're learning English, talking about your daily routine is perfect practice because you're describing things you actually do every day. It's real, practical English.
So true. And everyone watching, we want you to think about your daily habits while we're talking. What do you do every morning? What's your evening routine? Think about it.
Yes, by the end of this episode, you'll be able to describe your daily routine confidently, talk about good and bad habits, and have natural conversations about daily life in English.
And as always, please speak out loud with us. Practice the phrases we teach, repeat after us, and don't be shy about speaking.
Absolutely. Speaking practice is the key to fluency. So get comfortable and get ready to talk about your day with us.
Perfect. Now, Daniel, let's start by teaching everyone the basic vocabulary for talking about daily habits. What's the difference between a habit and a routine?
Great question. A habit is something you do regularly, often without thinking about it. It's an automatic behavior. For example, I have a habit of checking my phone first thing in the morning.
Right. And a routine is a sequence of actions you do regularly in the same order. It's more structured. My morning routine is wake up, shower, have breakfast, and go to work.
Perfect explanation. So habits are individual actions, and routines are a series of habits or actions. Everyone, repeat habit. Say it, habit.
Good. Now say routine. Repeat, routine.
Excellent. Now, when we talk about daily habits, we often use certain time expressions. Let's teach those. First is every day or daily. These mean the same thing.
Yes, I exercise every day, or I exercise daily. Both are correct. Every day is more common in conversation. Daily is a bit more formal.
Right. Then we have always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. These are adverbs of frequency. They tell us how often we do something.
Perfect. Let's practice these. Everyone repeat after me. I always. Say it. I always.
I usually. Repeat. I usually.
I often. Say it. I often.
I sometimes. Repeat. I sometimes.
I rarely. Say it. I rarely.
I never. Repeat. I never.
Excellent. Now, everyone, let's use these in sentences about daily habits. Say, I always wake up early. Or, I usually drink coffee. Or, I never skip breakfast. Try making your own sentences.
Great practice. Now, let's talk about time of day vocabulary. We divide the day into different parts: morning, afternoon, evening, and night.
Yes, morning is typically from when you wake up until around noon. Afternoon is from noon until around 5 or 6 p.m. Evening is from late afternoon until you go to bed. And night is the late hours when most people are sleeping.
Perfect. And we use in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but at night. Notice the different preposition for night.
Good point. Everyone practice I exercise in the morning. Say it. I exercise in the morning.
I work in the afternoon. Repeat. I work in the afternoon.
I relax in the evening. Say it. I relax in the evening.
I sleep at night. Repeat. I sleep at night.
Perfect. Now let's talk about specific times. We can say first thing in the morning. This means the very first thing you do when you wake up.
Right. I check my email first thing in the morning. Or I drink water first thing in the morning. Everyone, what do you do first thing in the morning? Think about it.
Good question. We also say last thing at night, the final thing you do before sleeping. I read last thing at night. Or I set my alarm last thing at night.
Excellent. And we have before bed or before going to bed. This means shortly before you sleep. I brush my teeth before bed.
Yes, and after waking up or right after I wake up. This means immediately or soon after waking. I stretch right after I wake up.
Perfect. Everyone watching, try describing one thing you do first thing in the morning and one thing you do last thing at night. Say it out loud.
Great practice. Now, let's talk about some common daily activities. Daniel, let's start with morning activities.
Perfect. Common morning activities include wake up, get out of bed, turn off the alarm, stretch, check your phone, use the bathroom, brush your teeth, wash your face, take a shower or have a shower, get dressed, make breakfast, have breakfast, drink coffee or tea, read the news, check emails.
Excellent list. Everyone, notice we say wake up and get up. These are slightly different. Wake up means to stop sleeping, to become conscious. Get up means to physically get out of bed.
Great distinction. You can wake up but stay in bed for a while. I woke up at 6 but didn't get up until 6:30.
Exactly. Everyone, repeat these important phrases. Wake up. Say it. Wake up.
Get up. Repeat. Get up.
Say, get out of bed. Say it. Get out of bed.
Good. Now, get dressed means to put on your clothes. I get dressed after my shower. Everyone practice. I get dressed. Say it. I get dressed.
Excellent. Now, let's talk about breakfast. We can say make breakfast, have breakfast, eat breakfast, or grab breakfast.
Yes, make breakfast means you prepare it yourself. Have or eat breakfast just means you consume it. And grab breakfast is casual. It means to quickly get breakfast, maybe on the go.
Perfect. I usually make breakfast at home, or I grab breakfast on my way to work. Everyone, what's your breakfast routine? Think about it.
Good question. Now, Sarah, let's talk about daytime and work habits.
Yes. During the day, people might go to work, commute, attend meetings, check emails, take breaks, have lunch, drink coffee, work on projects, make phone calls, collaborate with colleagues.
Right. And commute is an important word. It means to travel to and from work. I commute by train, or my commute takes 30 minutes.
Excellent. And we say take a break, not make a break. I take a break every 2 hours. Everyone, repeat, take a break. Say it, take a break.
Good. And for lunch, similar to breakfast, we say have lunch, eat lunch, grab lunch, or take a lunch break.
Yes. I usually take my lunch break at noon, or I grab lunch from the cafeteria. Everyone, when do you have lunch? Try saying it.
Great practice. Now let's talk about evening and nighttime habits.
Yes, evening activities might include come home, get home, change clothes, make dinner, cook dinner, have dinner, do the dishes, watch TV, spend time with family, do hobbies, exercise, study, read, take a bath, wind down, get ready for bed.
Excellent list. Come home and get home mean the same thing, arriving at your house. I usually get home around 6 p.m.
Right. And wind down is a great expression. It means to relax and calm down after a busy day. I like to wind down by reading before bed.
Perfect. Repeat, everyone. Wind down. Say it. Wind down.
Good. And get ready for bed means to do all the things you need to do before sleeping. Brush teeth, change into pajamas, set your alarm, etc.
Exactly. I usually get ready for bed around 10 p.m. Everyone, what time do you get ready for bed? Say it out loud.
Great practice. Now, let's talk about how to structure sentences when describing your routine. Daniel, what's the most common pattern?
The most common pattern is time expression plus subject plus verb plus rest of sentence. For example, every morning I wake up at 6 a.m. Or usually I have coffee for breakfast.
Perfect. You can also say subject plus adverb of frequency plus verb. For example, I always brush my teeth. Or I usually exercise in the morning.
Excellent. Everyone, let's practice this structure. Say, every day, I, and complete the sentence with something you do daily.
Good. Now say, I usually, and add your habit. Practice both structures out loud.
Perfect practice. Now, Sarah, let's talk about our own daily habits. I'll start. Tell me, what's your morning routine?
Oh, I'd love to share. I'm definitely a morning person, so I actually enjoy my morning routine. I usually wake up around 6 a.m. I don't use an alarm anymore because my body just naturally wakes up at that time.
Wow, no alarm. That's impressive. I need multiple alarms to wake up. So what do you do first thing in the morning?
First thing, I drink a big glass of water. I read somewhere that it's good to hydrate right after waking up, so that's become a habit for me. Then I do some light stretching for about 10 minutes.
That's a great habit. Everyone watching, notice how Sarah is describing her routine step by step, using phrases like first thing, then, and after that to show the sequence.
Yes, sequencing words are really important when describing routines. You can use first, then, after that, next, finally, before, after. These help organize your description.
Perfect. So Sarah, after stretching, what's next?
After stretching, I take a shower and get dressed. Then I make breakfast. I'm really into healthy eating, so I usually have oatmeal with fruits and nuts, plus coffee, of course.
Coffee is essential. So you eat breakfast at home every day?
Almost every day, yes. I find that having a good breakfast at home sets a positive tone for the day. I rarely skip breakfast, maybe only if I'm running really late.
That's a good habit. Everyone notice Sarah said, I rarely skip breakfast. Skip means to not do something you usually do. I skipped lunch today means you didn't have lunch.
Exactly. You can skip meals, skip workouts, skip classes. It means to miss or not do something. Everyone repeat, skip. Say it, skip.
Good. So, Sarah, what about your evening routine?
My evening routine is all about winding down. I usually get home around 6 p.m. First thing I do is change into comfortable clothes. I can't stand being in work clothes at home.
I totally understand that. Can't stand means you really dislike something. It's a strong expression. I can't stand cold weather, or I can't stand being late.
Exactly. So after changing, I make dinner. I try to cook at home most nights because it's healthier and I find it relaxing. While I'm cooking, I often listen to music or podcasts.
That sounds nice. What time do you usually eat dinner?
Around 7 or 7:30. Then I clean up the kitchen, and after that, I have my free time. I might watch a show, read a book, or work on my hobbies. I try to avoid screens at least an hour before bed.
Oh, that's a good habit. Why do you avoid screens?
Because the blue light from phones and computers can make it harder to fall asleep, so I try to read a physical book or just relax in the last hour before bed.
Smart. What time do you usually go to bed?
I'm usually in bed by 10 p.m. I need my 8 hours of sleep. Before bed, I always brush my teeth, wash my face, and set out my clothes for the next day. It makes mornings easier.
Great routine. Everyone watching, notice how Sara described her entire day using present simple tense and adverbs of frequency. I usually wake up. I always brush my teeth. I try to avoid. This is how we talk about habits.
Exactly. Now, Daniel, tell me about your daily routine. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm definitely a night owl. I'm not good at waking up early. I usually wake up around 7:30, and I'm not fully awake until I've had my coffee.
Ha, so you're not one of those people who jumps out of bed full of energy?
Not at all. I hit the snooze button at least twice every morning. Hit the snooze button means to press the button that makes your alarm stop for a few minutes so you can sleep a bit longer.
Everyone, that's such a common habit. Many people hit the snooze button. Do you? Think about it. Daniel, what's your morning routine after you finally get up?
Well, after I drag myself out of bed, drag myself means to force myself with difficulty, I head straight to the kitchen to make coffee. I can't function without coffee.
Can't function means you can't work properly or think clearly. Coffee is essential for many people. What else do you do in the morning?
While the coffee's brewing, I check my phone. I know it's not the best habit, but I like to see if there are any urgent messages. Then I take a quick shower and get dressed.
Do you have breakfast?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I'm not a big breakfast person. If I do eat, it's usually something quick like cereal or toast. I often grab a banana on my way out the door.
On my way out the door means as you're leaving. That's a common expression. Everyone, repeat, on my way out. Say it, on my way out.
Good. So yeah, my mornings are pretty rushed. I'm not as organized as you, Sara. I often feel like I'm running late.
Everyone has their own rhythm. What about your evenings?
Evenings are when I'm most productive and energetic. I usually get home around 6:30, and I like to work out in the evening. I go to the gym or go for a run. Exercise helps me de-stress after work.
De-stress means to reduce stress, to relax. Exercise is a great way to de-stress. What time do you work out?
Usually around 7 p.m. Then I come home, take a shower, and make dinner around 8:30 or 9. I know that's late for dinner, but that's my schedule.
Everyone's schedule is different, and that's okay. What do you do after dinner?
After dinner, I usually watch TV or play video games to relax. I'm also a bit of a night owl, so I often stay up late, sometimes until midnight or even 1 a.m.
Wow, so you only get about 6 or 7 hours of sleep?
Yeah, I know I should sleep more, but I'm just not tired earlier. It's a habit I'm trying to change, though.
That's honest. Everyone, it's okay to have habits you want to change. That brings us to an important topic: good habits versus bad habits.
Great transition. Let's talk about this. Everyone watching, we all have both good habits and bad habits. Good habits are behaviors that benefit us, and bad habits are behaviors that might be harmful or unhealthy.
Right. Some examples of good habits: exercising regularly, eating healthy, drinking water, getting enough sleep, reading, practicing gratitude, staying organized, saving money.
And some common bad habits: smoking, eating too much junk food, procrastinating, spending too much time on social media, not getting enough sleep, being disorganized, biting your nails.
Everyone watching, we're not judging. We all have bad habits. The important thing is being aware of them and trying to improve. What's one good habit you have and one bad habit? Think about it.
Great reflection. Now, let's talk about how to describe habits you're trying to change. You can say, I'm trying to. For example, I'm trying to wake up earlier, or I'm trying to eat less sugar.
Yes, or I'm working on. Like, I'm working on being more organized, or I'm working on exercising more regularly.
Perfect. And if you recently started a new habit, you can say, I've started, or I've been. For example, I've started meditating every morning, or I've been drinking more water.
Excellent! Everyone, think about a habit you're trying to develop. Try saying, I'm trying to, or I've started. Complete the sentence out loud.
Great practice. Now let's talk about breaking bad habits. You can say, I'm trying to stop, or I'm trying to quit, or I'm cutting back on.
Yes, stop and quit mean to completely end a habit. I'm trying to stop biting my nails, or I quit smoking. But cut back on means to reduce, not eliminate completely.
Right. I'm cutting back on coffee means you're drinking less coffee, but you haven't stopped completely. Everyone, repeat. Cut back on. Say it. Cut back on.
Good. Now, let's practice a complete sentence. I'm trying to cut back on sugar. Say it. I'm trying to cut back on sugar.
Perfect! Everyone, think about something you want to reduce in your life. Practice saying, I'm cutting back on, and complete it.
Excellent practice. Now, Daniel, let's do a complete demonstration conversation about daily habits so everyone can hear how it flows naturally.
Perfect. Ready?
Ready. So, Daniel, I'm curious, what does a typical day look like for you?
Well, I usually wake up around 7:30. I'm definitely not a morning person, so mornings are tough for me. I have my coffee first thing, then I shower and get ready for work. What about you?
I'm the opposite. I'm a total morning person. I wake up at 6, no alarm needed. I start my day with water and stretching, then I make a healthy breakfast. I find that starting the day right really affects my whole day.
That's impressive. I wish I could be more like that. So, do you have any specific habits or rituals that you do every single day?
Yes, I never skip my morning stretching, and I always make my bed. I read that making your bed is the first accomplishment of the day, and it sets a productive tone. Do you have any daily non-negotiables?
I'd say coffee is my non-negotiable. I absolutely cannot start my day without it. And I always work out in the evening. That's sacred time for me. Even if I'm busy, I make time for exercise.
That's great that you prioritize fitness. I've been trying to exercise more consistently, but I struggle with it sometimes.
Yeah, it's all about finding the right time. For me, evenings work because I have more energy then. Have you tried morning workouts?
I have, but I'm not consistent with it. I think I need to work on building that habit. What about your evening routine? What time do you usually go to bed?
Way too late. I usually stay up until midnight or later. I know it's not healthy, but I'm just more awake at night. It's a habit I'm trying to change, though.
I used to be like that, but I forced myself to go to bed earlier, and now I feel so much better. Maybe you could try gradually shifting your bedtime earlier by 15 minutes each week.
That's good advice. I might try that. What time do you go to bed?
Around 10 p.m. I need my 8 hours. I'm really strict about my sleep schedule.
I admire your discipline.
Okay, everyone, notice how that conversation flowed. We asked questions, shared our habits, compared our routines, and even gave advice about changing habits.
Exactly. We used lots of the vocabulary and phrases we taught you. I usually, I always, I never, first thing in the morning, I'm trying to, I struggle with, work on, and more.
Perfect! Now, let's review all the key vocabulary and phrases from today's episode.
Great. Types of habits: daily habit, good habit, bad habit, morning routine, evening routine, bedtime routine.
Time expressions: every day, daily, always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, first thing in the morning, last thing at night, before bed, after waking up.
Morning activities. Wake up, get out of bed, hit the snooze button, turn off the alarm, stretch, check phone, shower, get dressed, make breakfast, have breakfast, drink coffee.
Daytime activities: go to work, commute, take breaks, have lunch, attend meetings, work on projects.
Evening activities. Come home, get home, change clothes, make dinner, do dishes, watch TV, wind down, get ready for bed, go to bed.
Important verbs: skip, skip breakfast, grab, grab coffee, function, can't function without coffee, drag, drag myself out of bed, de-stress, exercise helps me de-stress.
Changing habits. I'm trying to, I'm working on, I've started, I'm cutting back on, I'm trying to stop, I quit.
Describing frequency: I do it every day, I do it regularly, I do it consistently, I rarely do it, I never do it, I sometimes do it.
Perfect review. Everyone watching, you now have all the tools to talk about your daily habits confidently in English.
Absolutely. And remember, talking about daily routines is one of the most practical topics because it's something you experience every single day.
So true. Now, everyone, here's your homework for today.
First, write about your daily routine in the comments below. Describe your morning, afternoon, and evening in English.
Second, record yourself describing your typical day out loud. Even if no one listens to it, the practice of speaking is incredibly valuable.
Third, think about one good habit you want to develop and one bad habit you want to break. Practice talking about them using the phrases we taught you.
And fourth, watch this episode again. Repetition is the key to remembering vocabulary and feeling comfortable with new phrases.
Perfect homework. And everyone, if this episode helped you, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us reach more English learners.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe to Learn English Daily Podcast so you never miss an episode. We create new lessons every week.
Turn on your notifications too. That way you'll know immediately when we post new content.
And please comment below. Tell us about your daily habits, ask questions, or just practice your English. We read every comment.
We love hearing from you. Your comments and engagement motivate us to keep creating these free lessons.
Absolutely. And remember, everyone's routine is different, and that's perfectly okay. There's no right or wrong daily routine, just what works for you.
So true. Whether you're a morning person or a night owl, whether you wake up at 5 a.m. or 10 a.m., whether you exercise in the morning or evening, it's all valid.
Exactly. The important thing is being aware of your habits and making sure they support your goals and well-being.
Well said. Okay, everyone, before we go, let's practice one more time. Think about your morning routine and try saying, every morning I wake up at, first thing I, then I, after that I.
Yes. Describe your morning step by step out loud. Use the sequencing words we taught you. First, then, after that, next, finally.
Perfect practice. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of Learn English Daily Podcast.
Yes, thank you for being here and for working on improving your English. We're so proud of your dedication.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, small daily habits lead to big improvements over time.
Absolutely. We'll see you in the next episode with another practical conversation topic.
Until then, take care and enjoy your daily routines.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.